All right, welcome back, friends and family and fans here at the Manning Electric Super Speedway Series, taking on Daytona tonight as they return to the track after a week off last week. A much-needed week off. Took a little hiatus there, get things reorganized, and we're back here tonight with the K&N cars, and man, it's going to be a good one. I got Dwayne LaPrade in the booth with me, so welcome, Dwayne.
Yeah, it looks to be a really good race. Wild finish to the last one, a little bit controversial depending on who you ask. So I think these guys are ready to go back at it and see what comes of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's gonna be great, as you said, man. It's well, let's take a look at the points here coming into tonight. Paul Servant with a pretty commanding lead over Chris Akers right now, 41 points over him. Dana Osborne in third, 53 points back. Kevin Spencer in fourth place, 59 points back. Daniel Jackson, fifth place, 67 points behind. James Peterson goes back to sixth place now, 69 points behind the leader. TJ Buck in seventh, 78 points back. Daniel Harrington in eighth, 93 points back. Kelly Dahl in ninth place, 99 back, and Joseph Burton rounds out the top 10, 109 points behind the leader. So these guys have got a lot of work.
Yeah, they're definitely chasing Paul down just to keep going through the field here. Daniel Holloway is currently 11th, 110 back. Alex Kensler and Scott Warren are tied for 12th, 112 points back each. Frank Scovrin, he's 14th, 118 back. Darren Manning is 15th, 136 back. John Bombard is 136 back and 16th. 17th is Greg Rasmussen. He is 149 back. 18th, Donald Bennett, 160 back. Eric Green jumped 4 spots to 19th. He is now 176 back. And Gary Champion rounds out your top 20. He's 190 back. These guys have a lot of ground to make up if they hope to catch Paul. We're only halfway through the season.
Yeah. Well, they got only got a couple races left here, though, before the chase begins. So a lot of hard work got to be put into this. But we were looking at the track temperature and air temperature here tonight, 65 degrees, as we're getting ready to go into the nighttime. But they're going to be doing 80 laps here tonight, 200 miles. Tire window about 60 to 75 laps, and I believe they're running what do they run percentage of fuel? I forgot.
70% of fuel and one fast repair. Yeah,
70%. Okay, and that's about 25 to 30 laps and 60 mile an hour pit road speed. That's going to be tough. All right, we don't have any other broadcasts tonight on MaxSpeedTV, but tune in tomorrow night. I'm the only one that does any broadcasting, I guess, on Friday and Saturday nights now. Well, a couple of the leagues are off on their season. And but Jimmy Crow Motorsports will be covering a race for him tomorrow night. I think it's at Talladega. I think with the Cup cars tomorrow night. They're doing 70 laps. So I think that's what they're running. I don't know. I don't remember. But, all right, we only got a few seconds left here, and these guys have been out here practicing. Jim Peterson at the top of the leaderboard. TJ Buck second. Daniel Holloway third. Daniel Jackson fourth. And Paul Servant now fifth. But it will be going into the nighttime here. We're not too far, actually, from the lights snapping on here. It should be... I think the guy down there, he's ready to hit the switch anytime now and start turning on the light. So, but starting to get a little on the shady side here. Still a little bit of sunlight in the background, that orange-looking sun as the sun sets here at Daytona. That's going to be interesting here, and that's to say the least.
The very least.
Well, folks, we're going to step away real quick, play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, in the
All right, we are back, and qualifying's just starting to get underway here. The lights just turned on, we were informed. So we will be under the lights here, well, soon after the race starts. Cars will always look more beautiful under the lights, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Dwayne?
Oh yeah, get the reflection in there.
Oh, yeah.
The colors are a lot deeper without the sun glaring off of them.
That's right, yep. I mean, they look pretty in the sunlight and all that, but man, I think the night lighting really enhances them colors, like you said, you know. I remember back, you remember back probably in the old days, back when they had, like Jeff Gordon started out using the chrome illusion paint. And that's when the guys really started doctoring up their cars, especially like on the Charlotte, when they ran the 600 there, and the cars looked the best that they had looked all year long right there under them lights that were just absolutely beautiful, They really went to town on making their cars look the best.
Peace.
That chrome illusion paint was awesome.
Yeah, kind of missed that.
Dry out, I did not see that. No, I didn't. And Error 404, yeah, Kyle Meeks, yeah. Hello, I've been doing good. Yeah, hopefully everybody from Homes Now enjoys the show here tonight. We got quite a few drivers in here. And Daniel Holloway taking the top spot right now at a 49.504. Well, that's a lot for his first lap. There we go. Donald Bennett in second. Alex Kinsler to the top of the leaderboard.
See how long it lasts.
That might have been a one and done deal right there. I'm not sure. Eric Green to the top. These guys are turning in some amazing laps right now.
See what Paul Savant does on his second lap. Here he comes to the line now. Third. Wow.
Wow. At 38.
He's one of those guys you almost expect to take the pole every week.
Yeah. About 38 one-thousandths of a second off of the leader right now.
Doesn't sound like a lot unless you're restrictor plate racing.
Right. Yeah, sure does. Well, Dana Osborne. Okay, so Dana Osborne takes a point. Just a few seconds left here. Looks like everybody is qualified that is going to take a qualifying time. A lot of guys are going to probably start in the back, and that's not a bad choice at all.
Nope.
You can start in the back and be up to the front in one lap. All right. Small grid here tonight. Gosh, I think about the smallest that we've seen here.
Yeah, just under 20 drivers.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it's a holiday. Today is, the holiday. So Dane Osborne taking the pole with a 48.792. Congratulations to him for grabbing it. Daniel Jackson starts on the outside of the front row. In row 2, Eric Green in third. Kelly Dahl starting fourth. Row 3, Darren Manning in fifth. Paul Servant sixth. In row 4, Alex Kinsler in 7th, TJ Buck in 8th. Row 5, Daniel Holloway 9th, and Jim Peterson starting 10th. Dwayne?
John LeBombard qualifies 11th, Donald Bennett 12th, Chris Akers 13th, Frank Scovrin 14th, Kevin Spencer 15th, Jason Allison 16th, Dan Harrington will start 17th, Mitch Beaver 18th, and Todd Poston will round out the field in 19th position.
Well, just to clarify that Jason did join as a driver, and he is actually the official here tonight. So
I got you.
He's not technically in the race, But I don't see Ted here. That's kind of surprising. Ted didn't make it.
Huh.
We're probably looking for pit stops around 25 to 30. So they will have to make a couple of pit stops here tonight, depending on cautions. We hope we don't see any cautions tonight, but you just never know.
Should definitely be fewer with a smaller field. Depends on how rowdy these guys feel like getting tonight.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
hopefully cooler temperatures will mean cooler heads.
Yeah.
I doubt it, though.
There you go. Yeah. Gosh, you'd swear it was like short track racing or something, you know?
Yeah.
Short tracks always, tempers flare and short tracks. All good, though. And these guys, they take this stuff pretty serious,
Yeah, they do. I can speak to that as a driver. When I was running in series, I would definitely take it probably more seriously than I should have.
Hey, Erfke, Sean, James, how's everybody doing? And Jason, of course. Yeah, it's some people do take it a little more serious than it is. It's just well, I don't know. There's an argument about that, whether it's a game or not. But when you're competing against other people, I guess you could classify it as a game. I mean, this isn't real life. So
Yeah.
it's a game, but it's a sim. It's a sim game. Maybe that would clarify it better. A sim game.
About as close to realistic as you're going to get without actually being in a car.
That's right. Yeah, you don't have to pay for all them damages.
That's right.
Uh-oh, somebody getting an EOL or something. What the heck? Daniel Jackson going to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to find out, because here we go, folks.
It is now last on the field.
Here we go. Pace car's in. And there's the green. We're underway here for the Manning Electric Super Speedway Series here at Daytona tonight. These cars here actually, what I'd like to see, and I don't know if anybody has thought of this, but why doesn't anybody run the super late model?
It's a good question.
Because those cars are amazing. I mean, they sound amazing, and they're great to run.
They have a unique draft package for this track.
Kelly Dahl on the outside, looking to take up, actually took that spot, and he is going to drop down in front of Dana Osborne and takes the lead.
Let's see if he keeps it, though.
Oh, Dana goes to the high
to the
side.
outside with his teammates.
Oh, man, Kelly might not even get the lead that first lap. Osborne at the line, got a great push there from Paul Servant. And both of them clear, and they're bringing TJ Buck with them. 3 cars went by on the outside. Holy smokes.
Yeah, they were pretty lined up on that outside line.
Yeah. They were already on a run there when Kelly dropped down in front. So, man. So, Dana Osborne to the lead. And he did lead the first lap, so he gets that bonus point. TJ Buck on the high side, working with Jim Peterson up there. Jim Peterson, part of the Homes Now group. They do a lot to support the homeless people and veterans, or just homeless people in general. So, and my hat's off to the hard work that those ladies and gentlemen do for that, man. We have too many homeless people in this world. Way too many.
Yeah. That is true.
Well, hi, Sean. Hopefully you're enjoying the race. I'm back on that pack, man. I'll tell you what. We got a couple that are lagging way back there behind. Actually, more than a couple. It's like a whole group of them back there. Laying back about 3.3 seconds back. Kevin Spencer, Chris Akers, Frank Scovern, Dan Harrington, and Daniel Jackson. The guy that started second place and went to the back. Got an EOL. Look at this. TJ Buck coming alive. Holy smokes. Big push from Jim Peterson. And man, he's got the point here for just a brief second. He had the point, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
Not yet. He's got to have to have a few more guys more organized on that outside line to be able to make a run.
Yeah, and to beat Paul, that pushing that Paul Servant's got going on right now, pushing his teammate Dana Osborne.
Now these are the K&N cars. They have a little bit smaller opening. These guys better watch their temperature gauges. A lot of that pushing, you'll find a blown motor quickly.
That's right, and boy, they go quick too, man. Back of that pack, Mitch Beaver holding on to that. Todd Poston about to lose the draft here.
Don't think losing the draft is part of the plan.
And, you know, but he does this, and, you know, when we get down to the end of the race, though, he'll be there. You know, that's the thing about Todd Poston. Chris Akers, he's way back in the field. Took a 13th place qualifying time, and these guys back here kind of in that safe zone here just in case something happens up in the front. They got time to check up and miss the wrecking. We hope that doesn't happen, though.
Yeah, let's hope it works out for them. Last couple of weeks, that has actually been the spot where the cautions have come from, in the back of the field.
Sure.
Not much change up front yet.
Eric Green on the bottom here. Started third, running in sixth.
Savant trying to go to the outside and ends up making it 3 wide.
Yeah, he goes right up the middle.
Stuck by himself, though.
He still didn't lead that lap, but he's stuck there by himself, and that's not a good thing. That's a good way to go backwards real quick.
Got to see if his teammates can cut him some slack here. It doesn't look like he's gonna.
Nope.
TJ Buck to the lead.
Yeah, he drops it down in front of Paul Servant.
3 wide for second, and 3 for second through sixth at this point, 3 wide.
Yep, and here comes Osborne on the inside to retake the lead. Who's going to beat who at the line?
This is going to be a photo.
Well, Osborne leads it. Yeah, Servant kind of backed off of TJ there to let his teammate lead that lap.
Now here's something you don't normally see this early in the race. Look behind these guys. There's all 3 of the Holmes Now's cars up front.
I know it. I'm seeing that. Yep. Jim Peterson, Darren Manning, and John LeBombard. All 3 of them together. Well, you know, this super speedway racing is a team effort, you know, and I can't really stress that enough. You know, I mean, you've got to have a teammate out there or you're not going to do well. You got to have somebody that's going to stay with you regardless of who wins. You know, it's not a matter of who wins, it's who's going to get the win for the team, you know.
Yeah.
So Osborne leading another lap. TJ Buck was really close that time, but Kelly Dahl is really being relentless on the back here of Dana Osborne and keeping him out ahead. So Dana, I think Dana's he's led all the laps so far. Coming to the line this time, I think it was TJ Buck led that lap. Yep, he led that lap, so he gets a bonus point.
Yep.
Very good. Little wiggle there coming out of the corner. It's just natural wiggle that these cars have got in them when they're what I want to call can't think right now.
But it's mostly the suspension. These cars bounce around quite a bit with the way the springs are set up. And here we go, 3 wide for second. Or third, I guess. Third, fourth, and fifth right there. Second row.
That's Jim Peterson going to the high side, but nobody else is going up there with him. I'm kind of surprised LeBombard, his teammate, didn't jump up there with him, but Not happening. Well, Bombard's just going to go right up and fill that hole. So Jim Peterson's going to go backwards. Or is he going to be a nice teammate and let him in there? Nope, not going to happen.
Nope. He's like, fall in behind me.
Yeah, fall in behind. And Jim can't come down, but he's not going to be able to now. Well, that hole is filled up. There he goes. He's got an opening. Ooh, that was a close call.
That was a heads-up move not to force the issue there for Daniel Holloway. Oh, we got a... Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Oh, Alex Kinsler involved in that. Oh, my. Let's go see what happened.
Happening. Darren Manning hit the double yellow line on the apron and just tried to recover, but got up. Everybody else couldn't check up in time.
You said Darren Manning?
Yeah, Darren Manning. He hit the apron, and that got him up into his teammate, and everybody else just kind of run over each other.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yep, he come up. Oh, man, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Jim Peterson did an amazing job of saving that car. But then the 21, Daniel Holloway, comes down. Oh, he did collect, Jim did get some damage, but man, what a ride Kinsler went for right there. Golly.
Yeah, he got the worst end of that deal.
Yeah.
I think he blew his motor, I believe.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to try to limp it back. Hopefully he can make it without having to tow.
Yeah. Tough break for Alex Kinsler. Good Lord. Well, this should bring everybody to pit road. Osborne is our leader. They were probably about 15 laps away from pit stops anyhow, so this will kind of make it a little bit closer to making it on 2 more pit stops without having to stop and take a splash there at the end. So
yeah.
All right, here they come. A couple guys going to stay out. Bombard going to stay out, get that bonus point. Peterson.
And it does look like Kinsler did make it back to pit road and was able to use his reset.
Very good. All right, Osborne out first. We got a lot of guys sitting on pit road.
Yeah, a lot of guys collected in that, just getting some damage repaired, so electing not to use their resets yet. The guy I'm most concerned about right now is Todd Poston. He's got the most damage out of everybody I can see. He's got to hope, to stay more in the middle of the pack and not fall to the back, because he's going to drop if he does.
Well, who do you feel like talking to?
Let's see. Let's talk to John LeBombard. We haven't talked to him in a while.
Right. You got him?
Let's see. I thought I had him. Where was he?
I got him here.
Okay.
Good.
John LeBombard, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. How are you?
All right. Well, you're sitting in the right spot now. You stayed out on that round of pit stops. What's your plan for the rest of the race tonight?
Well, I'm going to try to stay up front here. See how that works. See if I can miss the wrecks.
Not a bad plan. You got your teammates got in a little bit of a issue there, but looks like they made it through. Coming back around. Any plans on trying to hook up with them for the rest of the race?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely want to work together. And this was one wreck I missed, so I'm happy about that.
All right, well, you got a clean car and looking good. Good luck to you for the rest of the race.
Thank you.
All right. So Dane Osborne was the first off of pit road. He'll be restarting in second. Now, the thing that kind of concerns me about this, okay, John did not pit. He's going to be, in about 10 laps here, he's going to be running pretty close on fuel.
Yeah, he might, with the caution, he might be able to stretch it out to 15 more.
Yeah.
But not if he's leading the pack.
Right, yeah. That's... And we'll watch for tire spin too. I don't think these cars tire spin too awful easily. When you get the green flag and take off, you nail the gas. I don't think they're really going to worry about too much with tire spin with these cars. But it is a possibility. We'll keep an eye on that. But man, I'll tell you what, this great pit stops by a lot of guys. Chris Akers now way up to 9th place. Frank Scover in 10th. That put up some of the guys that were laying back there about 5-6 seconds back are now up inside the top 10.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how it all plays out when we get back to green here. Got a couple of guys coming in to top off fuel. Not bad on strategy there.
Yeah. Well, get them going here, brother, when they come around.
Will do.
Yeah, that's that Windows. If you hover over something with your mouse, it brings up the Windows screen. All I did was hover over my taskbar, and it's like it popped up the Windows screen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it does that. If you hover over the wrong thing, it'll bring it up. Actually, I just kind of let my mouse go, and it like must have moved down there or something, and I just seen it, and it was like, what the heck? Oh, yeah, my mouse. Well, all 18 drivers on the track, and all of them still on the lead lap. Jim Peterson's going to be restarting clear at the back of the field. Wow. I think he elected to try to get the damage fixed rather than, yeah, that's exactly what he did. He did not use his reset. He's trying to catch up to the back of the field.
Well, you better hurry up, because we're about to go green. Pace car is ducking off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is in the air, and here they go. Osborne had to back out a little bit so he didn't get a penalty there, but they are back under speed. The outside line is definitely going to prevail here in the one.
Yep, Osborne and Savant working together up there. Savant goes right up there. They're going to leave John LeBombard hanging out to dry, because here comes Eric Green right along with him. TJ Buck. More cars than that upper line is going to mean that upper line is going to be a lot faster.
Yeah, they know he's
bottom.
on older tires, and they're
Yep.
just like, you know what? See you later.
Yep. Well, they dropped it to the bottom. Now that leaves Eric Green and TJ Buck on the high side. TJ Buck, not a bad pusher. He's another one like Chris Akers. If I wanted somebody behind me pushing me, it'd be TJ Buck or Chris Akers for sure. Those guys
Absolutely.
are. Even Eric Green. Eric Green is an amazing pusher too. So let's see. Did Eric? Yeah, Eric led that lap, so he gets a bonus point. Very good. Flex tape. Is that like bear bond or duct tape or?
It's, yeah, sort of. It's kind of like the. Do you remember the Flex spray? It's kind of like that, only in tape form.
Oh, okay. Wow, Paul Savant was really squirrely right there coming off the corner.
Yeah, I got a little concerned.
Mm-hmm. Well, second group now way back here. Darren Manning leading a bunch of them. Or Dan Harrington, I should say, and Darren Manning. Jim Peterson's back here. He is in the draft, and that's a good thing. He does have that little bit of damage on the back of the car there that he tried to get fixed up, not using his reset. That's not something you want to use in the first 18 laps of the race, let me tell you.
No.
Trying to hang on right now. Alex Kinsler is back in the race, so looks like he did have to use his reset. He had a lot of engine damage, and gosh, I don't think there was too awful much straight metal left on that car. Oh,
no, there wasn't. Yeah, he didn't have much of a choice. His motor was blowing. It was either use it or sit there for 35 minutes.
That's right. Well, looking back there on Paul Servant from Dane Osborne, you can say he's just keeping a little bit there. Gives him a little bump now and then. Just a little bump to kind of keep him ahead of Eric Green on the outside, but then backs off a little bit there, get cool air in that radiator, because it is very important. You can see there's a small opening in that radiator, a lot smaller than other cars, you know. So you can tell that these cars are really not made for that heavy pushing, you know. They're more of a short track car than they are a super speedway car.
Yeah, and that's why you see them bounce around a lot, is because they're really not designed to be in such a large draft pack. But it makes for exciting racing.
Oh yeah, you betcha. And I don't know who's pushing the hardest right now, Paul Servant or TJ Buck. Both of them are right there on the back of the guy ahead of them, man. I'll tell you, they're doing an amazing job. And John LeBombard's still hanging in there, but I'm thinking maybe about another 8-9 laps, something like that. He's going to be running pretty much on fumes.
Yeah, you see him back off a little bit there. I got to think he's half, maybe even quarter throttling it, just trying to save as much as he can at this point.
Yep. Well, Chris Akers is going to the high, so took a peek there on the outside, but he didn't really have a good pusher there. Todd Poston, which is now up to the front, wasn't right on the back of Chris Akers there when Chris went to go high.
Dropping it down to the bottom.
Yes, sir. Taking over that top spot. Yes, you know, a big move for Eric to go inside the top 20 in points last week there, picking up 4 positions. So he's trying to click off that as much as he can, knowing that there's only a couple of more races left in the regular season before they start the chase. So I think after tonight, let me see here, what do we got? Only 5 races left in the season. I think there's 2 races left before the chase starts. I think that's what I seen Ted say. So next week they go to Talladega with the trucks. So, yep.
That's always fun.
Dane Osborne goes to the outside now. Look at teammate kind of split up there. Osborne and TJ Buck on the high side, and Eric Green and Paul Servant on the bottom. And Dane Osborne back to the lead.
Oh, I saw that coming.
Eric Green, oh my gosh. Was that a bumper hook or what? Going back here to take a look at it. I don't know if he got a bumper hook there from Dane Osborne or what happened.
Looks like Kelly Dahl may have gotten down into him.
Oh. They're racing pretty hard right here. Going into the corner, looks like he might have went high and Kelly Dahl kind of come down low. Oh, no, he went up.
Yeah, looks like it was net code there.
Oh,
if you look,
man.
they never really touch. He just goes right up the hill.
That's, wow, that's kind of freaky right there. Yeah, the car just went up the hill. It looks like he might have got some net code off of Kelly Dahl. Well, no, Kelly did get into him. I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah, Kelly got into the back of him right there. Let me go down here a little closer, maybe. We'll be able to see this. There might have been a tiny bit of net coating, but I mean, he was going to get into him no matter what. So, wow.
And Todd Poston got heavy damage out of that. So if he's used his reset, that's not good for him.
Yeah, how about Chris Akers? Did he? Yeah, he got involved in that too, big time.
Now, it looks like he did have a reset. He's used it and is coming back out on track. So he's got to be careful the rest of the race.
Wow.
The rest of these guys elected to stay out and try to bring it back around one more lap. We'll see if they still have a reset remaining.
Man, tough break for them guys. Well, I don't know. Are they going to come to pit road? Yep,
We'll
coming
see.
in.
Looks like it.
Dana Osborne's bringing them in.
This is going to be a break for John LeBombard.
Hmm. Yeah, he was going to be, probably in the next 5-6 laps, he was going to be running pretty low on fuel. So definitely needed that. Well, it looks like Jim Peterson stayed out to grab a bonus point. He was just in on that last pit stop, so. Dana Osborne again out first. Frank Scoverin out second. Nice pit stop. Looked like a fuel-only pit stop. He just topped off the tank and he was out of there, beating Paul Servant off of pit road. So he'll now be up to third place. Servant back to fourth, all the way fifth. Kinsler in sixth place, LeBombard seventh. Much needed fuel stop there. Mitch Beaver eighth, Dane Harrington ninth, and Kelly Dahl now happened to use his reset. He's coming off pit road in 10th. Well, it's not something you want to use your pit, your reset on, but let's see if we can. Is Mitch Beaver in here? Sometimes he's in here. Yeah, talk to Mitch. Mitch Beaver, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, buddy?
Well, not much. How's the race going for you?
Well, we're just trying to keep her in one piece and coming out a little bit lucky and a little bit not lucky each time we pit. We'll see what happens this time. For the most part, we're keeping it one piece, so we're happy.
Yeah, that's good. You still got your reset, and you haven't been involved in any accidents, have you?
Just had a little fender bender with that first caution. We kind of just played pinball a little bit. It messed up my right front a little bit. Other than that, it's nothing serious. I mean, I'm staying with the drafts, so yeah, we're doing good.
Wow, that's good. That's good. You still got your reset then. All right, very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now do you have a teammate you're working with out here, Mitch, to try to get up to the front and stay with?
Yeah, we got the 57 Frank Scoven, and then I forget the other guy's number. Anywho.
Kevin Spencer?
Yeah, it's Kevin Spencer, whatever number he is.
96?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we've kind of just been trying to play the backfield, let some laps tick away before we start working forward. And I think all three of us are still with the fast repair ready, so I think we're doing okay.
Very good. All right. All right, well, we'll let you go, Mitch. Good luck out there, brother.
Really appreciate it, man. You take care.
All right. Very good. Going to be restarting in 7th. Jim staying out there with that little bit of damage on the back of his car. I don't know how fast he's going to be, Dwayne, but I'm sure Dana is going to get by him pretty quick on this restart. But if as long as he stays in the draft, I think he'll be all right and slowly get that damage fixed up on pit stops. Or maybe when we get into the second half of the race, he might use his fast repair and get that car fixed up.
Yeah, you got to think that's what his strategy right now. Save that fast repair for as late as possible. Looks like a couple other guys are doing that as well. You really only want to use your fast repair if you have to. A couple of guys were definitely forced to it. Chris Akers, a couple other guys out here, including Alex Kinsler. Those guys have already used their reset, so they got to tread lightly here for the rest of the race. But we still have one guy, I believe. already used his reset. Todd Poston, he's been on and off pit road this entire yellow flag section trying to get as much damage as fixed as possible. He's kind of hurting right now.
And we know, we know a guy like Alex Kinsler did use his reset, so he is going to be taking it easy here. So, and luckily, Paul Servant did not get caught up into that. Man, that's great. Daniel Holloway did though. He'll be restarting in 4th. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of net code in there, but it was so close to call. You know, I mean, I've seen net codes where they were a couple of feet apart. You know, I've seen it where they were like a foot apart, but that was like mere inches. You know, I mean, at best maybe 6 inches away, but it was net coding, but it was one of the closest net codes that I've ever seen.
Right.
Usually they're just blatant out like 2 feet away and they got net coded, you know. All right, folks, here we go. Back to green. Pace car's in.
Green flag, green flag.
And there's the green. We're back underway here at Daytona for the Manning Electric Super Speedway Series.
And once again, Osborne had to kind of lay off that restart. He wanted to go, but he couldn't because he was going to get black flagged for beating the leader back to the line, but now he's back in it.
Good push here by Daniel Holloway. Daniel coming from 9th. Servant goes to the high side. They're trying to make more cars up on the high side, but that opened up the bottom here for Kinsler. Servant's going to get stuck in the middle. Dane Osborne to the lead, but man, Servant stuck in the middle, trying to hang on to the draft there of Holloway. Looks like he's going to drop it down. Yep. So they didn't have a problem getting around Jim Peterson right there. So
no, you can definitely see how badly that damage is affecting him.
I mean, as long as he's in the draft, he's okay. As long as he's got somebody ahead of him and behind him pushing him, he'll be okay for now. If it was, the last 10 laps of the race, I would say he probably wouldn't have a good chance of winning, but he'll have a good chance maybe of finishing in the top 10. Holloway looking to the outside. And that puts Dane Osborne and Paul Servant right back together. That's a pretty dangerous combination.
We got 3 wide going further back here. TJ Buck, Mitch Beaver, and Daniel Jackson all jockeying for position here.
TJ Buck up on the high side.
Looks like Mitch just kind of backed out of it like, I'm not ready to do that this early in the race.
Yeah. Well, you heard what he said. He's trying to just keep the car clean right now, you know.
Yeah.
That's going to be a major, major goal here tonight.
Tell you what, pretty impressed by Buck on the outside by himself.
Yeah.
He's gained at least 3 columns.
Yeah, he's actually doing quite well. Boy, if somebody just go up there with him. Kelly Dahl jumped up there with them or something. Boy, they probably have some good speed on that outside. But he's doing pretty good by himself, just being patient.
Ground for sure, that's impressive.
Yeah, being patient right now. He gains a little bit there on Harrington. Gains a little bit on the straightaway, but when they go into the corner, he loses a little bit of ground, but that's rightfully so, you know. LeBombard right in the middle now. Good stuff right here. I'm telling you, this is good stuff. This is the kind of racing I like to see. This is the kind of racing I enjoy watching, you know.
You knew it couldn't last forever. Buck's now finally dropping back.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to go way back to 11th, have to fall in there behind Darren Manning. But boy, I'll tell you what, Dane Osborne is on a mission here tonight, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's got 20 laps led right now, so most of anybody. All we've had other than that is just some onesies here and there.
Yeah, he's never let him keep it for long. He's always jumped right back to the outside once they get in front of him.
Yep. Oh, who's that spun off? Jackson. Oh, Jackson and Darren Manning.
Oh, no.
Oh, got into Chris Akers. We got a wreck now. Todd
And that is
Poston.
bad news for Chris Akers. He had nowhere to go, and the front end of his car is tore to pieces.
Man, Todd Poston involved in that. Let's go see here what happened. I think it was Darren Manning. We'll ride along with Darren Manning here because something. I think that's where it started up here somewhere. Oh yeah,
DJ
right.
Buck tried to go up the middle 3 wide and had no room.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
And that's him and Daniel Jackson out through the grass.
Oh man,
Now
yes,
it looks
was.
like Jackson was able to get it slowed up, but Manning came back up onto the track, gets the limping car there of Todd Poston. He didn't even see it coming.
Man,
And collects Akers as well.
yeah, he was trying to steer that through the corner here and everything, but there was just no control of that car. When you get out there in the grass, there's no control. And I'm not sure, did he hit this ditch or something? Or I guess he was trying to get it back up onto the track. That's what it looks like. And he come up at the wrong place and collected Poston. And that sent him up across the track then, and that collects Chris Akers. Chris didn't even see that. He was like, there was no getting around it. Man.
Yeah, and Chris has already used his reset, so he is not going to have a good night the rest of the night.
Man, what a bummer. Well, the Bombard's staying out again. Dan Harrington, him and Dan Harrington, but Dana Osborne and the likes of these guys all come to pit road. Dana's been having some great pit stops here tonight. And 2-tire change, I think. Yeah, I think that was a 2-tire change. He changed left sides only. He is back out. So I think let's get a word in with Dana here.
You start on
Dana
outside.
Osborne, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Dana, you've been having an awesome run here tonight. Looks like you got the most laps led of anybody, and I know the team thing seems to be working out for you right now, but what's your concern mostly here? Is there another team that you're concerned about that could take this win from you?
We'll see what happens, man. I just want to finish this thing after 2 weeks ago. Them guys got kind of pissed at me, for doing what I did. But, I just helped my team 2 weeks ago. But that's the only thing I'm concerned with.
Well, now that you got, up here in the lead like that, and Paul's right behind you, and you guys have been hooked up together. Now, you got separated a couple of times there, but eventually you got back together. And that's what it takes here to try to, having a teammate to try to keep you up in the front. So, the best of luck to you out there, Dana, and all the best, man. Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. All right, so LaBombard, Harrington, Kinsler third, Mitch Beaver fourth, Eric Green, that is your top 5, Dana Osborne, Paul Servant, Daniel Holloway, Kelly Dahl, and Jim Peterson. That's your top 10. And Todd Poston, Darren Manning still sitting on pit road. That's, man, tough break for them guys.
Those two seem to be the only ones out of it right now. Chris Akers is back out there trying to get it. He's going to come back in, try to get more repaired.
Yep.
But he's still running. He's still on the lead lap. We have 16 cars total on the lead lap. So shaping out to be interesting end of the race here coming up.
Yep. Yeah, and Chris is doing, he's doing the right thing now. Get as much damage as you can get, while they're under caution here. Get it fixed up the best you can and just make the best of it. Try to finish the best that you can. He's second in the points, 41 points back, but that's a lot over Paul Servant, or under Paul Servant, I should say. But having a great finisher and finishing, maybe he got the car that, when this all shakes out, he might be inside that top 10. You never know.
Yeah, if he can stay in the draft, I mean, his front end is really the only damage that he has. So as long as he can stay behind the guys, he should be fine. It's getting out front leading. That's where he's gonna, find the most problem there. So
yep.
If he stays pushing people, he could still end up with the top 5 in the.
Yeah. Well, he just got put a lap down there. He stayed on pit road and didn't get off in time, so he will go a lap down. The lights are out on the pace car. We're getting ready to restart here, going back green on lap 38 out of 80. All right, you want to get him going this time, Dwayne?
Sure.
All right.
This is what, our third caution of the night?
I believe so.
Yeah. A little bit surprising considering, we only have, 18 cars in the field total. So
yeah,
hopefully we can get some green flag running in here.
Well, what we've been seeing is some kind of aggressive driving that, that I don't think these guys really do that kind of driving normally, that, that we've seen, that in past races.
Right. Pace car's off and green flag is out. Here they go again.
They do get aggressive, but it's usually in the latter part of the race where they get really super aggressive. And
right.
rightfully so, when you get into that second half, it's time to turn it on and time to go, And Harrington to the outside, got a great run there, but LaBombard gets a big push from Kinsler, and he goes back up front, big push. And Dane Osborne trying to go to the outside.
More aggressive driving, 3 wide. We'll see how it works for him.
Man. He's coming up through there. I was kind of surprised Harrington didn't come up in front of him. But he's got some help there. Holloway going right up through with him.
Second through 7th, 3 wide.
Yep, Holloway, one of the teammates there with Dane Osborne. Wow, big wiggle there by Mitch Beaver.
You got to watch that wiggle for sure.
And Kelly Dahl sitting there watching all this. They're 3 wide, 2 deep back here. Look at this. Wow, Holloway backs out of it. He says, man, I don't want any part of this 3 wide crap. You just don't. Kelly Dahl sitting here now. And boy, I'll tell you what, Dane Osborne, he is not going anywhere right at the moment, but backward.
Think anybody's told these guys we're only halfway?
You would have thought that, you would have thought that. Yeah, Osborne, he falls back into the group here now. So, but he's right here with his teammates, Holloway, Servant, they're right here with them. They'll get hooked up eventually, and they'll probably march their way right back to the front. But Dan Harrington leading again.
Yeah, with this small group of guys that we have now, the smaller field, you don't see many guys really falling back much, because you fall back, well, you've just lost the, it's very easy to lose that lead draft, and with this so few cars, you do that, you're pretty much setting yourself up there.
Yep. Well, these guys have fallen way back here now. This Red Line Racing has fallen way back. So LaBombard's loving life out front right now with the Homes Now car. He's the only one of the Homes Now cars that's up here inside the... Oh, no, I take that back. My bad. I forgot. Jim Peterson's still there. And it looks like Jim's still been working on getting that car fixed up. He's still got damage on the back, but it seems to be pretty fast in the draft.
Yeah, and right now you're seeing them a little more scattered out. There's not that teammate duo in the lead pack right now that's kind of controlling the race. So you probably see them swap positions a few more times.
Yep. Well, Harrington grabbed a bonus point there. Sorry about that, folks. Man.
Poston's just limping around here trying to finish. Goes one more lap down.
Yeah, he's barely making it around here. Yep. Chris Akers back out on the track though, and it looks like he's got almost all that damage fixed up on the car, so it's hanging in there. He's the first car lap down, hanging in there. He's got some pretty decent speed. If he could just be in that front, the front pack there, he'd be all right, I think. He'll eventually get there. All right, LeBombard showing the way. Kinsler,
Harrington hasn't given up on it yet, though.
Nope, no, he's been up there and led a couple of laps, so he's, that's the thing. He's got the bonus point thing out of the way now. Now it's just kind of settle in here and think about they're going to have to probably make, depending on cautions, at least one more pit stop. Well, probably about one more pit stop would do it. Yeah. Yeah, one more pit stop, I think.
They should be about 7 laps or so away, 7 to 10 laps away from making it on one stop.
Right. Yep. So they can, we may see some guys short pit it because the field is getting spread out so much here. A second group back there, Dana Osborne, these guys hooking up now. Holloway, these guys all teammates right here, hooking up together. I mean, all 4 of them guys are teammates. Osborne, Holloway, Servant, and Jackson working together.
And you got to be thinking they're hanging back here. They're counting on green flag pit stops coming up. You see them do this every race.
Oh, yeah.
And they start dropping back like that. They're thinking, let these guys go and we'll pit, and while they're just kind of going around.
Yep. Yeah, they're just being patient, running the laps out, and that's good. Rather than being up in the front there and possibly getting involved in something up there, maybe a little side-by-side bumping and banging, and possibly get involved in a wreck or anything like that. They're set here to go to the end with clean cars, and that's what counts.
Absolutely.
Passing up Chris Akers, and now if he could just get in that draft. I don't know.
A lot of speed to make up, though. He's about 30 mile an hour slower right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's not going to be that fast. So that ain't going to help him a whole lot. He catches a little draft there, did bump him up to almost 180. Actually, just hit about 181 right there for a second, but he's going to lose that draft pretty quick. Coming up on Todd Poston, passing up Todd. Maybe Todd and Chris could get together. That might be they would be a lot faster working together, I think.
I think that'd be an interesting combination because they're both not really up to speed.
Right. Chris is a little faster than Todd right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would help both of them if they got hooked up together. Maybe Todd lead or Chris lead and Todd falling behind him because Chris is coming. But we'll keep an eye on them. Oh, together again. There they are. Oh, my gosh. It took out a bunch of Paul Servant caught up into that. The one I was watching there when it happened was Alex Kinsler.
Yeah, he went up and over.
Yeah, man, let's go see what happened
got
here.
A big hit from that. Oh, man, I think he blew his engine.
Oh, man. Well, there's a use of a reset right there. Okay, Kinsler on the bottom. And let's see what happens here. Mitch Beaver on the high side. Those two might have got together. Oh, they did. Beaver comes down into Kinsler. Wow. Looks like it might have been an arrow push right there. Arrington involved in that. Oh, man. Yeah, and here comes Holloway around. He's going to miss it, but Paul Servant, not so lucky. And Daniel Jackson got a piece of it, too. Paul Servant went for one heck of a ride right there. Man, he hit the inside wall. Wow.
And Jim Peterson cannot catch a break. He now has damage on the front of that car as well.
Dang.
Weren't you saying something about short track tempers? I think we got short track cars now.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Arfsky. James, Sean, glad you're enjoying the show. These guys are putting on a good race here. If they could get past the cautions here, man, I'll tell you what, it would be amazing out here. Now I'm kind of wondering if LeBombard's going to come to pit road because, knowing that if they pit here, they can make it the rest of the way.
Going to be a stretch.
Yeah.
They still have almost 30, a little over, they have 32 laps left. So unless he's just drafting and half throttling it, I don't know that it's going to be a push for people to make it from here.
Yeah, it's going to be real close. Well, what they would need is one more caution after this and stay out, and play that fuel game a little bit, and I think it would probably work out for them, but I don't know. We'll see who's going to be the first off the pit road here.
The Osborne.
Yep, Dana Osborne. Well, he has been having some amazing pit stops here tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
And awesome pit stops. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with Jim Peterson. We haven't talked to him in a little while. So, Jim Peterson, you got a copy?
Sure do.
Jim, how bad's the car?
It's not that bad. I ghosted through that one. I know you said I had front end damage, but I ghosted through. Didn't get I didn't get any actions.
No, I don't think we said you had front end damage. You got back end damage. The tail's all smashed in.
Yeah, I'm saving that fast repair. I'm just trying to stay up here.
Yeah.
Little rival with what happened last week. I'm still pretty fuming about it. So.
Well, the car seems to be.
I'm gonna stay up here.
The car seems to be pretty fast in the draft, though. It's holding speed okay.
Oh yeah, it's staying up with him. I'm doing 203 in the corner, so
yeah,
I'm not worried about it right now.
Yeah, well, very good. I mean, you are getting into the latter stage of the race here, so probably the next time anything happens out there, might be a good time for you to use that reset. I'm not telling you to do it. That's on you. But
yeah, I'm not going to use it until like 15 to go if there's a caution. But
right.
I'm pretty happy with the way the car's handling, so I'm just going to stay with it.
Well, good. That's very good. That's what it's all about. All right. Well, we'll let you go there before we get back to green. And good luck out there for the rest of the race, Jim.
Yep. Thank you, and thanks for all the Safe Haven residents watching tonight.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right. Yeah. Shout out to the Safe Haven folks there that are watching. From the Homes Now group there, folks, helping out the homeless people. That's what they do now, Homes Now. So you can look them up. I think they've got a really awesome Facebook page, and they do have a website. You can see it on the back of James's car right there, homesnow.org. There you go. You can go check them out, see what kind of things they do, helping people out. All kinds of homeless people, veterans and all. So that's a really awesome thing that they do. And I know Jim pushes on that a lot, but rightfully so. He's all in that. Well, get them going this time, Dwayne.
All right, will do. Paul Savant, he is now back in 13th. It looks like he was able to get to pit road and stay on the lead lap, but his reset is no more. Not surprising seeing a bunch of guys coming in to top off here. "29 laps to go." That's pushing it on the fuel window, but I got a feeling these guys are going to try to stretch it.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of guys lined up single file here. A lot of them elected to come in and top off there, so not a bad strategy. They're going to try to run the fuel out as much as possible. It's still going to be close.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's still going to be able to make it, but they're going to give it a shot here.
And what have we got? Single file back
Yeah,
there?
all but the top three came in and topped off.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
And pace car is off. Green flag is out, and of course no help on that outside line. Looks like the inside line is definitely going to prevail here.
Well, we got you know, the thing of that is Jim Peterson does have a little damage on that car, and now he's banking on his teammate John LeBombard to get there and help him out to hold on to that lead. Eric Green pretty strong on the outside, but again, like you said, he's by himself.
Yeah, and Chris Akers could have helped, but he's just a couple laps down. He decided to go up towards the wall and let everybody go by, and not a bad move there.
Yeah, he's back in the. Yeah. Now his car's still just not up to full speed right now. So, but if he can hang on to the draft back here, it doesn't look like he just can't get no speed out of that car right now. Paul Servant back here working with his teammate Daniel Jackson. They're on the march back to the front. TJ Buck, we've seen him involved in that one accident. Looks like he's it was just enough that I think he just got it fixed up on pit road there, because he still has a tire mark on the side. Big tire mark. Yeah. Almost scratched to 84 off that Captain Crunch car. He's having a heck of a run, though. High side, Eric Green. Oh, Peterson off the track. Oh, is he going to save it? Oh, he gets into his teammate.
Elect everybody.
Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me.
Just when you thought we couldn't have the big one with this group of cars. Guess what?
Well, guess what? He's going to have to use that reset now.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at it here. He got off the track and he just, I don't know, he was trying to save it the best he could, but you know how that is when you come back up onto the track, that car's all out of shape.
Yeah.
This is where
he having damage already.
Oh, he
Looks
got
like
bumped down there. Wow.
Yeah, him and Mitch got together going into 3, and then he was just trying to save it from there, and they just stacked up behind him.
He almost had it saved, but yeah, Mitch Beaver, man, just like side doored him right there. And it looks like he almost had it saved, but his teammate comes up on the high side, and then it's on from there. They get together, a little net coating involved in that, and LeBombard goes up into the wall. Now, I do believe LeBombard's got a reset, but I'm not going to say that for sure.
Yeah, Daniel
boy.
Jackson involved. A lot of guys involved in this who have already used their
man.
resets.
That was the big one. Even Dana Osborne was caught up in it. Good Lord, man. The one
Now,
that,
the only...
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, sir.
The only one that didn't get involved in that was Paul Servant. He got her locked down in time. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Good driving by these guys. All
Now,
right.
it looks like Mitch Beaver was going to be given an EOL, and he decided to take it behind the wall instead.
Yeah. Well, back up live. We are back up here with Eric Green, Kevin Spencer. Now Paul Servant's going to be in third.
Yeah, he was one of the very few guys that got through that, so
Yeah.
lucky break for him. And I'm seeing very few cars without damage right now.
Oh, I know it. Pit road looks like a junkyard right now. Dane Osborne looked like he used his reset. 35 back out on the track there of Donald Bennett. He's back on the lead lap now, and but he's still got quite a bit of damage on the car. I wonder, is he in here? We could talk to Donald. No, I don't see him in here. I don't know why he doesn't come in TeamSpeak. Well, how about we talk to Chris Akers, I guess.
Okay.
Chris Akers, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well,
How are you
Chris,
tonight, Rudy?
Good. Probably doing a little better than you are. Boy, you got
Yes,
involved in
sir.
that wreck and got a lot of damage on the car. You've been trying to get it fixed up the best you can. How's it running right now? How's it feeling?
We're a little on the slow side now since I got that front end damage. The car was clean until the wreck with 71 and the 19. When they come back up on the track, I got into them a little bit, unfortunately. But other than that, I thought the race was going to be pretty great if I still had a clean car.
You're back on the lead lap.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Finally, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a plus. You know.
Yes, sir.
Well, but it's okay. Well, go ahead and make your pit stop.
Oh, you can talk. It's all good.
Okay, so now where do you go to from here? Do you have anybody that you can work with to try to get yourself, stay in the draft and keep that car fast?
I think I don't think I have enough power to stay in the draft, so what I'm going to do is just ride laps and try to pick up as much points I can for the standings.
Well, I said that a few laps ago when you were a lap down there and getting past for, and it was like, well, you never know. You stay with it. You just might pull out a top 10 finish. You're 12th right now. You never know what will happen.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, especially if I keep hauling out cars. I could be in the top 10 before too long.
You betcha. All right. Well, good luck out there, Todd.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Oh, Donald Bennett is in here. I didn't see him. He must have just come in.
Well, still got time if you want to talk to him still.
Yeah, we could. Let's do that. You want to talk to him?
Sure.
There you go.
Donald Bennett, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Been an interesting race from our point of view. What's it like in your neck of the track?
It was pretty clean. It's been pretty clean, but that last wreck was pretty crazy. I got caught up in it, slammed into the wall, and then I had to come in and use my quick repair. So, but otherwise, it's been a pretty good race. So.
All right, well, it looks like a lot of guys ducking in pit road here to top off on fuel. Do you think you're going to have enough to go to the end?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll see you doubling up there. Good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, thank you.
All right. From Keystone Motorsports. I think he's a Pennsylvania guy. I think. Yeah, somebody poked me there. Poked me. Todd Poston poked me. and said that he was in the Keystone room, and I didn't even see. How could I have not seen him?
Wow.
Blind. Well, Eric Green gonna restart here. Him and Kevin Spencer now up front. Eric he just got into the top 20 after last week, pulling in 4 more positions, making it into the top 20. Kevin Spencer, though, 4th in points. So this could be a decent night for him, and he's got a clean car.
Absolutely. I think at this point in the race, I'm pretty sure everybody has already used their resets. If anyone has one left, I'd be fully surprised.
Yeah. Well, it could be like Kevin Spencer, and possibly Eric Green, because I don't remember seeing him in anything, but he may have been.
No, somebody blow up. I believe
Todd
Poston.
Oh my gosh! Well, here we go. Back to
flag
green.
is out.
Yep, Todd Poston's car blew up.
Luckily, it happened right before pit road, so it won't bring out another yellow.
Wow, that's a bummer. Well, good start by Eric Green. Paul Servant, he's got a good pusher there. Dan Harrington into 3rd. Boy, Spencer's going backwards pretty quick because nobody's up there.
Out to dry.
Yep, and he's going to fall to the bottom. Try to salvage at least a fifth position. Eric Green, Paul Servant. Now, Eric really not part of Paul Servant's team there, but and neither is Dan Harrington. So he's kind of Paul's up there kind of by himself right now. None of his teammates are up here with him. Osborne way back in 7th place, but he is working with teammate Daniel Jackson to try to get there. They go to the outside. Frank Scover now into 6th place. He's having a decent night.
Yeah, the problem Dana is going to have right now is that Daniel Jackson, they're teammates, but Daniel has a lot of damage from that previous accident. He's already used his reset, so we'll see how that plays into it. Oh, no.
You got to be kidding me right there. Donald Bennett just getting punted into the wall. He might have been trying to do a little blocking there, too. I don't know, but wow. He's going to come in and get that car or something there. He might be just taken behind the wall. I don't know. Yep, that's what it looks like. He might just say, the heck with it. I'm not going to race like that,
Yeah, that's a shame, man. He had a good race going, just got his reset.
Dang. Man, a lot of people out of this race. I can't believe it. Donald Bennett, Todd Poston, Daniel Holloway, Mitch Beaver, Alex Kinsler, and Darren Manning. And a lot of people, a lot of good racers.
Goes to the outside to pick up teammates.
Yes, sir.
See what they can do.
Jackson and Osborne coming up there. The 3 teammates working together. Savant's still staying high. That's what he needs to do. Bring all of his teammates right along with him. Like they got a pretty good run here. Only 2 of them have cleared. Well, sort of. Yeah, I guess they all did, but they're still staying there. He's still trying to hold on to all 3 teammates. Savant finally gives into it, though. Jackson hasn't led a lap today. Working together here with teammates, trying to get up to the front and maybe get Daniel Jackson a bonus point here. I don't know if Servant's going to back off enough, let Jackson get by and get that bonus point. Looks like he does. And bonus point time for Daniel Jackson. Cha-ching. Yep. So now all 3 of the Red Line Racing teammates, they're working together. Well, those 3 have gotten laps. Now, I don't think Holloway got any laps led. He's on pit road. I don't think he did. Yes, he did. He got 1 lap led. Yeah.
And it looks like TJ Buck is going a lap down now.
Uh-oh.
He is damaged and off the pace from that previous wreck. Used up his reset.
Yeah, that's a shame. Hate to see the Captain Crunch car back there like that.
That will leave 11 cars on the lead lap.
Osborne leading another lap, adding to his many laps he's led tonight. That makes 22. Might come out of here with the most laps led. Now, they won't have to stop. They can make it from here on fuel. It's just keeping the car clean the rest of the way.
Easier said than done so far. We count out these homes now, guys. They are bumper to tail here, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, here they come. John LeBombard on the high side, going to go 3 wide. Oh my gosh. Trevant says, well, we're time to go here. Yeah, here comes John LeBombard on the high side, working with Jim Peterson. Jim finally using that reset. He's got a clean car.
Both of them do. They saved it to when they needed it, and here they come.
Yep, right now is the time. They get down there a little closer, get some side draft off these guys, but Paul Servant back into the lead. It's going to come down to these guys battling it out for the end of this race. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the best team with the teammate working with them to keep them up there. What Paul Servant got 5 wins this season or something, 4 wins, 5 wins, I forget.
I can tell you real quick.
4 or 5.
Paul has 2 wins, Chris Akers has 2 wins, and Dana Osborne has 1 win.
Okay, I thought he had. Okay, I must be thinking of somebody else then. Sorry. All right. Well, Daniel Jackson, right there on the bottom, working with his teammates. They did get ahead of Eric Green. Now, Eric's sitting there in the flex tape car going, man, I need to get some of that flex tape on this car and reel these guys in and get by them. I wonder if I could use that as a slingshot.
He might.
Harrington coming up through. The Homes Now guys are going backwards here. I think they're going back maybe. No, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, Chris Akers just goes a lap down. He stays up high. It'll give them guys a hold. He's still struggling with that, but he is in 11th place. But like I said, man, you know, he keeps pumping away here. You never know what could happen. He could roll into a top 10. Second in points by 12 points over Dana Osborne.
Yeah, it's very possible right now, first through 10th, less than a second between them. So this group right here that you see, that front group, that is the group that's on the lead lap right now.
If they finish the way they're sitting right now, Dana Osborne would close in on Chris Akers and probably be within a couple of points of him. So that's how close they would be if they finished in the way they are right now. Because Dana's led laps. Chris Akers has not led any laps today, so no bonus points for him.
Yeah.
No bonus points for you, Chris. Vermont trying to come out of here with win number 3 in the season. Couple of races away from when the chase starts. Next week they go back to Talladega with the trucks. And we all know how them trucks drive. Wow, they're horrible right now.
Yeah, it should be a eventful race.
Yeah. Let's before we go too far, let's check out and see how many cautions we have had here tonight. 5 cautions. 5 cautions so far. I mean, that's, if you think about it, that's really not that bad for super speedway.
No, not too bad.
Yep. All right, Homes
We've
Now
only
guys.
had really one big one.
Yeah. Yep. John LeBombard and Jim Peterson coming up on the high side.
See if they can make it work this time. They've got a lot more cars looking to the outside to work with them. It's
Yep.
now go time. We are coming up on 10 to go.
Dan Harrington's coming up to work with them. Here comes Kelly Dahl into the picture. He's coming up with them. So, yeah, we are getting, if they can get a little more organized up there on the high side, we might see that outside line prevail. I don't know. But Dana Osborne taking a look to go to the outside of his teammate, and he comes up in front of the Homes Now guys. Kind of doing a little team blocking there. Not really. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. That is part of it. You know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to try to get up there. So, and boy, they shuffled him out quick. Dana down the middle. LaBombard goes high. Him and Jim Peterson. Oh, Peterson into the wall. He saves it, but oh my gosh, that's going to cost him.
He's lost the draft. It's now top 9 for the win. 9 to go.
Servant. 10 to go.
Sorry.
Servant, Osborne, and Jackson all working together there. Eric Green, Dan Harrington into the mix of things. Osborne again on the high side. Comes up there and puts a little team block on Harrington. Harrington had actually had a pretty good run there by himself. I guess you could say he was by himself, but because LaBombard's kind of back a little ways, really not right up close to him helping him, so he was by himself. Osborne again leading another lap. That makes 24 in the record books for Dana Osborne, and I do believe he is going to get out of here with the most laps led tonight, Dwayne.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can catch him at this point.
So that'll be a bonus point in Dana Osborne's pocket there. Another one, and not one that Chris Akers wanted to see either, because that's even going to put them even closer in points.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing of it is okay, it's got these guys where they're all ready to go to the chase, and it doesn't matter that Paul Servant's got a 41-point lead. It's keeping that lead, but these guys behind him, all battling for that position is going to make it really interesting going into the chase to see who is going to make it into that chase.
Yeah, not only that, it's all about momentum when you get into a chase. So for Chris Akers, he's just got to find a way to put this race behind him and bounce back next week.
Sure. Yep, he's 11th place. So, I mean, the worst he could finish would be, 10 positions behind Dana Osborne. But Dana's got 2 bonus points, so it might pretty much about tie him up right now. I think they'd be tied right now. Unless Dana wins. Now, if Dana wins, then they won't be tied. Dana will take over second place in the points. It's been interesting. Kevin Spencer's still in it. He doesn't win a whole lot, but he's consistent. And that's why he is 4th in points. Consistency.
That's really all you need.
Yep, consistency can win you a championship. You don't have to win races to win championship. We've proved that many, many, many times over. Seven to go. Coming at 6 to go this time by. And it's not really looking like anything's going to change too awful much up front right now. These guys are just side by side. And it's going to be who's going to be at the line first when they come to get the checkered flag.
Yeah, you got to think some of these guys sitting in 5th and 6th back here, they got to be thinking, all right, when am I going to go? Who's going to go with me? Is anybody going to go with me?
Yep, and Osborne high side. I think the plan probably is to get ahead of Paul Servant and then them go as teams there, 1, 2, 3, finishing for the Red Line Racing. I think. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is there. And Dane Osborne at the line. That was the last lap, but he would have won it. Keeps chalking up them laps led. It would be great to see him in victory lane and take over second place in points.
Yep, we'll just have to see how it shakes out here.
Jackson hanging pretty tight right on the back of Paul Servant's bumper there. Just giving a little air space in between now and then to get a little cool air in them small radiator openings. You can look back and see it, just not much radiator opening for these cars, man. They're just, it's barely enough to keep cool air in there.
Yep, you only get a couple laps out of pushing at most. See if anybody decides to see how far they can push it here.
Coming to 3 to go here, Dwayne. Time's running out.
Time is running out, and by the looks of things, we just might, well, we are going to finish on the green. We are under 6 to go. They do not throw the caution flag.
That's right. Yep. No more caution flags. So the admin duty is over for Jason Allison. No longer has to do admin duties. Well, they have other admin things they got to take care of too, but Osborne still ahead. Kind of makes you wonder if the plan is to get Osborne to the lead and let him win this to take over that second place in points. I don't know what as a team what they're planning. Coming to 2 to go. 2 more laps. Servant leads that lap.
And you see him getting bunched up in the back.
Yep.
People are planning to make their move here very soon.
Goes Eric Green to the high side. That's only going to help that upper line even more. Kelly Dahl sitting there. Kevin Spencer, he comes up on the bottom.
Here we go, 3 wide for the lead.
Oh my gosh, Harrington up there going with Eric Green. And boy, they knew Dana Osborne hung out to dry in the middle, but Paul Servant comes up in front of Dana. Working with him.
That's an interesting move. Here we come, lap traffic. This is going to get tight.
Whoa. Oh my gosh, they made it through there. Last lap. Servant, Osborne, Harrington, Jackson, Green, and Spencer. All of these guys. Servant back to the bottom, leaves a wide open high side.
This is the time you throw the gauges out the window.
Oh,
push
man.
that sucker until it blows.
Harrington, Green, yes. And look at Dana Osborne. Oh, no, he gets hooked. Oh, my gosh. Harrington's chances are out the window. Everybody's wrecking behind him. And Paul Servant going to come home with the win. Congratulations to him. Wow.
1, 2, 3, teammate finish.
Yes, it was. These guys are going to be pumped up about that. Yes, they are. All right, well, we'll get these guys down here just a minute, folks. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Paul Servant. Paul, congratulations on win number 3 in the season and maintaining that point lead. Tell me about the racing.
Oh man, it's a little hectic out there. I mean, I'll take the win. Work together as a team. We work well as a team, and it shows. So, yeah, good job, guys.
Well, that's what it takes. Teamwork. Teamwork. It always prevails. If you guys, if you can get two or three of you working together, it always does seem to prevail. But the race in there, I mean, you got caught up in a couple of accidents and you missed a big one. We've seen that, man. You lucked out and missed that, Paul. That was amazing driving. You locked it down and totally missed it, but your teammates got caught up in it. And but luckily, you guys, everybody saved their resets as long as they could and used them there toward the end of the race. But man, I'll tell you what, pit stops were amazing. You did good on them. But man, I'll tell you what, the guy that was so good on them pit stops was Dana Osborne tonight, man. That was just amazing.
Yeah, well, we let them have that. I mean, we stayed behind, kept them up front, trying to get them some points.
Well, and here was just my thought, okay? I would have thought being part of the team, okay, I would have let Dane Osborne win tonight to get the maximum amount of points to put him into second in the points. But you took the win, so he doesn't get that, and he won't be second in the points now. So,
right, and I moved up top because they split him and he was alone in the middle, so I went into the middle, like I went up to catch him, and we pulled around, and I honestly thought Dana was going to win that race on the high lane because I had Daniel behind me and he had damage, so he couldn't stay on my bumper all the time, so I figured Dana would get the win anyway, and this be side by side coming to the checkered. And it worked out the way it is. I mean, we're not stingy for who wins and who doesn't. We just want to, finish all in the top 5 as as much as possible as we can.
Well, there's a cool concept with sim racing, and even in the real world, there's a thing called the gas pedal that you push down with your foot, and you can let off of that a little bit, it does work. Believe me, you just let off that little bit, your teammate goes by and he gets the win. Points are good, but I know as a racer you just can't do that. No.
No, well, like I said, we're not stingy for who. I mean, we were talking about it coming with one to go. I mean, who wants to win, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us as long as we're running like a machine as a team.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys did a good job today, kicking butt out there, man. So, who you got to thank for this win, Paul? Before you go celebrate it.
Well, obviously my teammates. I maybe stole one from Dana. I mean, didn't steal it. It just didn't work out the way maybe it should have, but the team, I mean, we work awesome together. I mean, week after week we prove it. Ted for the league, old schools, you guys. I love going back and watching these broadcasts. Fans that watch, everybody, family, everybody involved on all this, making Friday nights fun.
Well, now you guys go back to Talladega next week with the trucks. We know how much them trucks are a handful. What do you got planned up for there? Because, man, that's going to be a very interesting race.
Yeah, I love the trucks, man. I can't wait to get there, man. I love them being a handful.
Okay. All right. Well, congrats tonight, and good luck next week at Talladega, Paul. And, man, go celebrate that win. Much needed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay, you got second, third, Dwayne?
Yeah, we've caught up with Dana here. Dana got a second place finish out of it. Probably would have preferred the win, but looks like you had a teammate help out to keep you up there when they went 3 wide there. How was your race? And
it was an awesome race. I congratulate Paul there. Yeah, I like to win it, but I didn't. I take second. I was out to finish top 5 anyway, so what it is, and it was a good race between our team.
Yeah, I saw a lot of action out there. You've qualified first, been up and down through the field. When you got caught up in the big one, did you save your everything for that, or did you panic at all? Or
I knew I had a quick fix, so I don't know exactly what happened there. I mean, I seen somebody get on the apron on the bottom, and I just lifted a little bit, and I got hooked, I guess.
All right. Well, great racing. Get a 1, 2, 3 finish with teammates there. You looking forward to Talladega in the trucks?
Yes, sir. I love that truck, man. I love the way it drives. It's a handful, but I just love the way it drives.
All right. Well, good points night for you. Anybody you got to thank for second place tonight?
I want to thank my team, Paul, Dan, and other Dan, and thank Ted for letting me run in this league, and I thank you guys for putting it on. Because I love going back and watching these things. It just gives me something to do, and I just enjoy it.
All right. Well, good watching you out there. Good luck next week, and we'll see you in the next.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, Rudy?
All right, we got Daniel Jackson. Daniel, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, third place for you tonight, Daniel, but a team effort worked out great for you guys. You had a little damage on the car earlier. Got caught up in a couple of big ones there. You saved your reset at the right time and, man, pulled out a third place finish here tonight. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, it was another one of them races. I just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't know what all went on there and transpired in that one big wreck, but I think I got tapped from behind when I was trying to slow down, and it kind of jacked me sideways a little bit. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, it was a pretty decent race. I mean, there's a lot of good racing out there.
Oh, you bet, man. Yeah, it's been, it was a long time coming, there, because we went through a kind of a little bit of a caution thing there at the beginning of the race, and then it seemed to smooth out at the end. But rightfully so. There's less drivers on the track, I mean, and it come down to only about 8 or 9 of you guys up there battling for the win. And when you're hooked up with teams like that, you guys, the 3 of you guys, just, man, you motored by everybody. So, but great job by you guys. Now you guys go to the trucks at Talladega. Tell me what's on your mind about that race.
Oh man, I can't wait. It just gets better as it goes. I mean, the K&N car is probably my favorite car. I mean, and trucks, they're right up there. It's so challenging because they are hard to drive, and it kind of separates the men from the boys, so to speak. It's really a race. There is the tire wear is probably going to play in a factor.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you're going to get slick going into the corner, going through a run. So yeah, we'll see how the racing is, but I'm looking forward to it.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations again on your third place, Daniel. Who you got to thank for it?
Yeah, man. I'd like to thank you guys. I'd like to appreciate Ted for hosting this. I'd like to thank my whole team. I mean, it's a great team, man. It's like the whole race. It was just stick together, be there at the end, and that's when it all matters. You got to have teammates in these things. You can't win them by yourself.
Nope.
I agree. I'd like to thank all the viewers too for watching me week in and week out, sticking in there, and through my technical difficulties, I didn't have sound for the first probably 20 laps. That's why I had to drop to the back, so I just said, go ahead, give me an EOL, because I didn't want to cause anything by not hearing my spotter, so. Oh
yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats again, Daniel, and we'll see you next week at Talladega. And thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right. All right, let's run down through the final results here. We'll get out of here. Paul Servant coming home with win number 3 of the season. Dana Osborne finishing second. Daniel Jackson third. All part of the Red Line Racing team there. Working together showed that, man, it was really good. Kevin Spencer. Now, Kevin actually fourth in the points. Should have been a good night for him, too, here, because he finished fourth. Dan Harrington fifth. Kelly Dahl rounds out, finish in 6th place there. Frank Scover in 7th. John LeBombard in 8th. Jim Peterson 9th. And Eric Green rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Yeah, Chris Akers having a little bit of a disappointing run. Comes in 11th, 2 laps down. Then TJ Buck 12th. Donald Bennett 13th. Todd Poston 14th. Mitch Beaver 15th. Daniel Holloway 16th. Alex Kensler 17th. Darren Manning rounds out the field in 18th position.
All right, very good. I don't know who that other guy is on there. Jason Allison. Well, anyhow, congratulations to our winner here tonight. We had Paul Servant pulling out win number 3 here of the season. So on to Talladega next week. But thanks for watching tonight, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night from Talladega for another race here on MaxSpeedTV. But until then, stay safe and have a good night.